Okay, my computer says it's 7 o'clock. So will the meeting come to order, and we all rise for the invocation by Dale Caldwell, our Director of Administrative Services, and remain standing for the pledge of allegiance of Councilmember Ken Stetson.
Please join me in prayer. Father, we praise you for your power, your mercy, and your love and compassion for us. Proverbs 8 tells us that by wisdom, kings reign and rulers make laws that are just. Tonight we lift up the mayor and the city council to you and ask that you would give them this wisdom as they discuss the affairs of this great community. May they act justly, love mercy, and walk humbly with you. Thank you for the fire and police department staff who keep us safe and for those who serve our country in the military. Thank you for these council members and all the other volunteers and staff members who serve this city with dedication. We don't want to take for granted that your hand of favor has been on the city of Euless. And we ask that you continue to bless us. We recognize your power in each of our own lives, and we pray this all in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Please face the flag and join me in the pledge of allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If you have the agenda in front of you, just dismiss it. Because the agenda says we are going to administer the oath of office and the presentation of the certificate of election. We are going to do that for one council person. But as we were not able to canvass the results of the general election earlier today due to an outstanding federal postcard ballot, we are unable to proceed forward with administering the oath of office to the newly elected officials who participated in the general election. The deadline for the receipt of the ballot is Friday, May the 16th at 5 p.m. And then a special call meeting will be held on Tuesday, May the 20th at 3:30 p.m. to canvass the results of the general election. However, if you recall, a special election was also ordered and subsequently canceled, and an unopposed candidate, Eddie Price, who's in the audience, was declared elected. As a result, canvassing is not required for the special election, and Mr. Price may take the office at his time. So I'm pleased that Mr. Eddie Price will please come forward and take it. Why don't you come with your family and stand in front of the flag?
Medic 553 at destination 6901.
Thank you very much.
This is our city attorney, Mr. Wayne Olson, who will issue the oath of office.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me.
I, Eddie Price,
Do solemnly swear
that
I will faithfully execute the duties
I will faithfully execute the duties
of the office of City Council Member Place 3
of the office of City Council Member, Place 3
of the State of Texas and the City of Euless,
of the State of Texas and the City of Euless,
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution and laws of the United States,
the Constitution and laws of the United States,
the State of Texas,
the State of Texas,
and the City of Euless,
and the City of Euless.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Councilmember Price, congratulations.
Thank you.
And Councilmember Price, is the certificate of election, and the name and by the authority of the city of Euless is to certify that Eddie Price was declared elected council member Place 3, and testimony thereof I sign my name here.
Thank you very much.
Here is your council. Have you phone, you upset. You're gonna sit in the marketplace and she's gonna go downstairs. So welcome to the council. Now, the next order of our business tonight is the presentation of our employee service pins, and we will start with, let's see, we have one from the fire department, one from the finance department, and one from the police department. The police department is Kevin Daniel, who is 20-year pin, and he's the lead public service officer. If Mr. Mike Brown will come forward, Chief Mike Brown will come forward. Bring your family with you, please, Kevin.
Mayor, Council, and citizens, I'd like to introduce you to Kevin Daniels. Kevin, if you would introduce your lovely wife.
This is my wife, Robin.
20 years. That's when that's the person with the least amount of seniority that's going to be here to give an award tonight. What a great testament to the city and the organization, the city of Euless. What I'd like to tell you about Kevin is Kevin and I, we go back much more than 20 years. He was 12 years old when I met him. I was 11 and a half. But what I want to tell you about Kevin is he comes from a family of people who serve. His mom was a dispatcher, City of Richland Hill Police Department, where I started. That's where I ran across Kevin. His aunt worked there also. His sister went on to a long career with the Southway Police Department, where she retired a couple of years ago as a lieutenant, and he has a brother that serves as a police officer at the DFW Airport, still there after 30-some years. Yeah. And then his aunt even came and worked with us here for a little while, at the Euless Police Department as a dispatcher. So Kevin is an outstanding guy. I've known him since we were both kids, but comes from a great family. And when he came and wanted to apply, he applied to me. I was the sergeant over the jail at the time, and what a great opportunity to bring a great person into the organization, and what a great person to bring to serve the citizens of Euless. So let me give you a little bit about it. Of course, he came 20 years ago. He promoted to lead PSO in 2007. He started out working in the jail, handling people that most people don't want to handle. And he was very successful with that. And what made him successful is he left people with their dignity and their pride intact. And he had very little problem with people because he understood how to treat people and how to treat his fellow humans. So that led to a very long and successful career in the jail. And then we needed help in the property room to run the property room for us. And he came out of the jail, went into the property room, and to say the rest is history. He has flourished in there. He keeps that place in immaculate shape. All the stuff that's collected as evidence and all the stuff that gets brought into the police department as found property, lost property, or evidence, you go ask him where it's at, he can find it. And there's lots of stuff in there. He does a great job in there for us. He also runs our quartermaster. If you need supplies, you need uniforms, you need pencils, whatever you need, you come see Kevin. Now, if that was all he did, he would be an outstanding employee. But Kevin continues to serve. Whatever we need extra, we go down the property and say, Kevin, would you do this for me? No problem. And he'll go do, he helps cook. He has a business on the side where he's a chef and does catering, and that fits in very well with a lot of the things that we do at the police department. Because we eat a lot and we have a good time. Like I said, he was promoted to lead PSO in 2000. In 2006, he graduated from LeTourneau University, bachelor's degree, cum laude, or is that cum laude? Ramadi. I never have to worry about it. But he did. In 1996, he received a Distinguished Service Award, 2002. Nominated for Civilian of the Year Award, 2004. Was our Civilian of the Year. 2006, nominated for Civilian of the Year Award again. 2007, received the Blackie Sestero Award. 2012, nominated as Civilian Supervisor of the Year. All that to say is, this is one awesome guy, and he does a great job for the Euless Police Department, and he does a tremendous job for the citizens of the city of Euless, and we're very fortunate that you did 20, do 20 more, and we'll go out together. All right.
Congratulations again, Captain. And our next honoree tonight is a 30-year pin for Alice Norwood, who is an accountant in the finance department. So Alice, would you come down with all your friends and your relatives, and we'll ask Miss Jewel if she will introduce you.
Finance table come down too. Past and present.
She's trying to outdo the fire department. I don't think she's going to do it.
No, they're pretty good, pretty good. Alice Norwood, I got lots of stuff to say, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Her son, Zach, let heaven be with us. And this is the rest of the finance family. Past and present, some of us. After 30 years, there's lots of stuff to say about Alice. And of course, being from the finance department, we love our blue bars and dot matrices, so we're going to talk a little bit. To get the technical stuff out of the way, Alice grew up in Euless. She is a graduate of Trinity High School. She worked in the accounting office at Euless Match through her school years. She graduated from Texas A&M with a bachelor's degree in accounting. She came to work for the city in May of 1984 as an accountant. She became the assistant finance director until she started her family, but thank goodness stayed with the city. She was Employee of the Month, April of 1997, has served on the city party committee, served CPR program, served in the month committee, just numerous things for the city, and you can tell by the staff presence that just a ton of support that she's given us, and hopefully we can give back to her. So on from the technical stuff to the personal stuff. It's so appropriate for Alice to be the brains behind the city's fixed asset system. Not just because it's a bear and she's tamed it quite well for us, but she's an asset to this community. And I just want to talk about that for a second in regards to God, family, country. Longtime member of First Baptist Church here in Euless. Worked with and cared for newborns at the church in the nursery for years upon years. Works with teens and young mothers Wednesday nights at her church, as well as the CPR program. Just a great person, great character. Family, Alice knows her priorities. When it came time for her family, she knew where she needed to be. She needed to be there to raise a great kid. Okay, a young man, a man. A new graduate from Texas Tech last year. She knew where she needed to be for her mom. She's a great example of character and integrity. We all look to her guidance. Finally, country and community. Through all of this, the city's been blessed to have Alice, her expertise and her influence for 30 years. Alice has been a great foundation of knowledge for the finance department. Lots of ups and downs through the years, good years, tight years, big bank days of Arbor Days, Y2K conversion from USTI, GASB 34, fixed asset inventory, all those fun memories. Many office moves, lots of births and deaths in departments. Alice is a rock and a great source. I wanted to point out one particular story, just really doesn't probably mean much other than I love that Alice was always giving of information. Whatever was best for the community, for the best of the department. 19 years ago, I was hired as an intern here, as a school intern, and I came in and she was like, yep, that's how they teach you how to do those journal entries in the book. Now this is how you really do them in real life. Just a great person in sharing knowledge and whatever's best for the, like I said, the department, the city, the community, just all around. Probably could give you 20 more stories, but our time is growing short with Alice, and she'll be greatly missed. But I wanted to focus right now on how much we appreciated her 30 years. Thank her. Thank Zach for sharing her with us. And just want to recognize her and thank you.
Thanks. Our next one tonight is Jerry Sutton, who's a captain in the fire department, and I'll ask Chief Miss Rose to come forward, and all you guys and girls, come on down. You're all part of the family. See, if you join the fire department, you got a lot of brothers and sisters.
You don't always get along.
But I won't tell if you won't tell.
I won't say anything.
Come on, all down.
Well, Mayor, council, and audience, it's my privilege to get to recognize Captain Jerry Sutton tonight for achieving 30 years with the Euless Fire Department. And before we do that, I'd like to have you introduce your wife.
This is my wife, Lynn.
Well, got a lot of guys here tonight. Some of them are off duty, which that means a lot for them to come in. And just tell you a little bit about Captain Sutton. He has been involved in his career in such many things in the Euless Fire Department, and training has been one of them. As far as new employees have come in, he's been one of those guys that have taken them under his wing to help them develop and grow in the position. I was looking up Captain Sutton's bio, and he has been a supervisor as a lieutenant or a captain for 18 years. He has been in his position that he holds today since 2008, and you were a lieutenant all the way back to 96, correct? So he's been telling people what to do for a long time. But I'll tell you a little bit about Captain Sutton. He is a graduate of Grapevine High School, Mustang, and Mustangs don't like farmers, right?
No.
Not fans of farmers, and maybe that's why he comes there. He was scared. But Captain Sutton also attended Tarrant County College, and he also earned his Bachelor of Arts degree in history with a minor in emergency management from the University of North Texas. He is a licensed paramedic, master firefighter, master fire instructor, incident safety officer, and fire officer 4. One of the things that Fire Officer 4 does is Captain Sutton is an instructor with Tarrant County College, and he teaches fire officer training for the college continuing education program and has done so for several years. He also conducted a school, was a lead instructor for us here in Euless earlier in the year, and we had a 100% success rate on the state exam, didn't we? And the class went very well. Before coming to Euless, Jerry worked for Southland Corporation in Dallas as an assistant warehouse manager and also a warehouse foreman for a steel foundry in Dallas. And from 77 to 84 was vice president of truck painting of Dallas, which he dealt with painting body beds. I did not know that. Since Captain Sutton has been with the city, he has received the following awards: as a Rookie of the Year in 1985, Firefighter of the Year in 1988, Driver Engineer of the Year in 93, and Supervisor of the Year in 2000. He has also received many commendations and distinguished unit awards throughout his career. He's a member of the Euless Firefighter Association, and would you consider yourself an avid golfer? What's your handicap? What will make a decision from that?
A lot.
A lot. And you've been to the National Fire Academy, what, 2 or 3 times? Twice. So we're proud to have you. I know the guys feel the same way. 30 years. We've talked a little bit about that. What do you think? How many more you got in you? Months or years? So see how it goes. So, well, we are proud of you. Congratulations for 30 years. Thank you.
The next item on our agenda tonight is a proclamation proclaiming May the 18th through the 24th as National Public Works Week. At this time, I'll ask Councilperson Porterfield to read the proclamation.
Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye! The High Lord Mayor of the great city of Euless has issued a proclamation. Stand up now. Whereas public works services provided in our community are an integral part of our citizens' everyday lives, and whereas the support of an understanding and informed citizenry is vital to the efficient operation of public works systems and programs such as water, wastewater, streets, and drainage. And whereas the health, safety, and comfort of this community greatly depends on these systems and programs, and whereas the quality and effectiveness of these facilities, as well as their planning, design, and construction, is vitally dependent upon the efforts and skill of public works professionals, and whereas the efficiency of the qualified and dedicated personnel who staff public works departments is materially influenced by citizens' attitudes and understanding of the importance of the work performed by public works departments. Now, therefore, I, Mary Liv Sala, Mayor of the City of Euless, Texas, do hereby proclaim the week of May 18 through 24, 2014, as National Public Works Week in the city of Euless, and I call upon all citizens and civic organizations to acquaint themselves with the challenges faced by our Public Works Department and to recognize the contributions which are made by our Public Works every day to our health, safety, comfort, and quality of life.
Mr. Kramer, would you like to say a few words? Okay. We have another proclamation, and this is a presentation proclaiming May the 24th as Poppy Day. I'll ask Councilperson Allen to read this proclamation.
Thank you, Mayor. Mr. Porterfield, it's a tough act to follow. Proclamation. Whereas America is the land of freedom, preserved and protected willingly and freely by its citizen soldiers. And whereas millions who have answered the call to arms have died on the field of battle. And whereas a nation at peace must be reminded of the price of war and the debt owed to those who have died in war. And whereas the red poppy has been designated as a symbol of sacrifice and lives in all wars. And whereas the American Legion Auxiliary has pledged to remind America annually of this debt through the distribution of the memorial flower. Now therefore I, Mary Lipsala, Mayor of the City of Euless, Texas, do hereby proclaim Saturday, May 24th, 2014 as Poppy Day in the City of Euless, and ask that all citizens pay tribute to those who have made the ultimate sacrifice in the name of freedom by wearing memorial poppy on this day. In witness whereof, I have signed my name and affixed the official seal of the city on this 13th day of May, 2014.
Thank you. This is Miss Mary Hall, and she is the first vice president and the Poppy chairperson for the American Legion Auxiliary, the HEB Unit 379. Thank you, Ms. Hall, for coming. Thank you for coming, Ms. Hall. Next, we will approach our consent agenda items. We have 3 items on the consent agenda. Item number 6 is to consider authorizing the purchase of ready-mix concrete. I'll ask our Deputy City Manager, Ms. Getchell, to talk about this.
Mayor and Council, staff is requesting that you authorize the purchase of concrete from Ready Mix Concrete, which is a Euless business. This would be through a City of Carrollton contract. This is a unit price contract, and the actual expenditure will be based on the quantity ordered. And this has been budgeted for in the approved annual budget, and so any expenditure would not exceed those budgeted funds. This contract will run through March of 2015.
Thank you. Item number 7 is to consider Resolution 141433, recommending an award of construction contract for the 39th year of the Community Development Block Grant Project. And this is to Reliable Paving Incorporated for the replacement of sidewalks at Chesapeake Lake.
And Mayor and Council, this project would consist of the replacement of approximately 86 sidewalk accessibility ramps. The contract would be awarded by Tarrant County based on the City Council's recommendation of this item, and it would be funded by the CDBG grant funds that are also administered by Tarrant County.